Hello, this is Si Wing Yi from the Yi Real Estate Network. Welcome. Today, I'm going to talk about something very, very urgent. This is urgent. This is an emergency uh, webinar, if you will, right? It's a real time. It's happening at this very moment. So what I'm trying to say is we are talking about the real estate investing. We are talking about the housing market in Raleigh, North Carolina, Durham, Chapel Hill, and Charlotte, North Carolina. This 100-mile radius metro consisted of at least 2 million people total in this metro. And of course, the center of the universe is the Research Triangle Park. Okay, before I'm going to talk about the details of this in this very short videos, and I'd like to reintroduce ourselves. Again, my name is Si Wing Yi from the Yi Real Estate Network, and we are a real estate investment club whereby we have members in our organization, free membership where you put your email into our newsletter database on our website, the Yi Real Estate Network, and we will send you weekly newsletters to your email inbox to alert you about investment opportunities. So our core philosophy is we help investors to create a portfolio of turnkey cash flow real estate properties in the best market in the country. We do it in a remote way, remote investing, sight unseen, turnkey, passive investing, but you have 100% ownership of those properties, right? So what make us a unique value proposition is that we have a network of teams available in each specific market, meaning we have properties ready for you. You do not need to go through the multiple listing service in a local area. You do not need to do it on your own, right? You do it through us through the network. That means our network of teams in a specific location. We have those real estate consultants in those specific location that we have already done the 99% of the research and due diligence on your behalf. So, so then we have inventory available for you. The inventory that we have available for you are off market. They are not in a multiple listing service. They belong to our personal inventory because our team on the ground in those various markets, they have a, they know the market so well. They have relationship. They have a lot of investors and a lot of properties that they manage, if you will. So they have the connection in the local neighborhood where they pick the right property for out-of-state investors such as yourself. If you are a mom and pop investor, regardless of where you live in anywhere in the country or overseas for that matter, we can help you, right? You could live at Kalamazoo, Michigan, or Portland, Maine. That's if that's where you live. If you want to buy investment properties in the best area in the country, you can do that. You can do that on a remote basis, and we can do all the work for you. At the end of the day, you buy the property under your name, your money, you own it, and we just have a set property managers in those areas that can help you do everything. One stop shop, one umbrella. All right. So without further ado, let me share the screen and let's get started. And I don't want to spend too much time with you, but before I will go over this specific property, a typical property that is in this market, this market is about to boom. This is the Austin 2.0. What does that mean? That means if you look at the Austin, Texas market in the past 2 or 3 years, right? I mean, what happened with Austin was that the Apple campus 3 years ago are going to build a second campus in Austin, $1 billion campus with 5,000 highly paid high-tech jobs in Austin with Apple. Then, of course, Elon Musk with Tesla is also building a truck, cyber truck factory outside Austin. Then Oracle, right? move from the Bay Area, the headquarters, into Austin. Oh, by the way, our organization, the Real Network, we are physically based here in the San Francisco Bay Area for the past 13 years, but that's when it really does not matter. We help remote mom and pop investors, the people that are working full time, right? Wherever you are, if you have the money available, right? If you want to invest, if you want to create a real estate portfolio where you don't have to do all the work because you're busy working full time in your regular job that you hopefully that you enjoy. Once we help you create a system or systematic purchase of multiple properties over time based on your realistic goals and objectives. Who knows, in the next 10 to 15 years, once you acquire 5, 10, 15, or 20 turnkey properties, single family homes, most of it, then you could quit your job and replace your working income with passive income through your portfolio of cash flow properties, right? So meanwhile, I'm gonna target one market right now, potentially for you to pull the trigger. So what I just said about Apple moving to Austin, what I said about Tesla moving to Austin, what I said about Oracle moving to Austin, and all the migration of people, right? Population and job growth into Austin. You hear all the post-pandemic migration patterns, right? People moving from the big cities into small suburbs. People can work remotely regardless of where they want to live. So therefore, markets where there are affordable housing, more space, cheaper homes, have a high quality way of life, but still there's a lot of jobs, fast growing. Those big cities, Chicago, New York, Boston, San Francisco, LA, all those big cities, people are moving, right? People moving away from those high density areas into suburbs where people can buy a bigger house with less price, so forth, so on. So anyway, I'm not gonna dwell on that. You can watch my other video. We talk more about that. So here's the key. Right now, this is here at the Research Triangle Park, Raleigh, North Carolina, which truly is a Silicon Valley of the East, clearly. Austin right now is a Silicon Valley of the South, right? The Austin prices have increased between 2020 or maybe 2019 to 2021, around 50%. We used to have investors buying the Austin single family home rental properties like 2.5 years ago for like 200,000. Now, those homes a year and a half later is 350,000, at times around 400,000. Our investors who purchased in Austin, the house like increased by 50%, in some instances have increased 100% in just a mere 2 years because of the amazing boom that's going on in Austin. Now, Austin is becoming very unaffordable, especially for real estate investors. So I have to migrate my investors into another market where the prices are lower and there's a tremendous chance to increase their value through the real estate boom, what have you. So the bottom line is Raleigh, North Carolina, and the metro and the cities I just mentioned is about the boom. Similar trends, similar momentum that has occurred in Austin 18 months ago, right? So okay, I don't want to do on it, but right now, because Apple is have another built another campus, a new campus in Research Triangle Park outside Raleigh, North Carolina, with 3,000 high-paying jobs, $187,000 salary per employee, which is amazing, right? And not just that, right? Apple is the trigger, right? Is the anchor, if you will, that will trigger the real estate boom in this Raleigh, North Carolina area. But there are many other high-tech companies is already in this metro. And for the foreseeable future, we can see a lot more migration from people out of state, from Northeast, from New York City, from New Jersey, or moving into this Raleigh Metro Research Triangle Park, right? And of course, everywhere else in the country as well, not just Northeast. People from all over the country are moving into this market. And right now, there are like 1 month inventory or supply uh, remaining. I mean, currently, 6 months of inventory is a normal market, as you know right now, right? So right now, there's only 1 month for like the Raleigh, North Carolina area needs about 10,000 homes in this inventory right now, but there are only like 1,500 homes for sale. I mean, we are like almost 1/10 the inventory that are necessary. So as a result, there are almost no inventory right now versus tremendous demand of potential buyers, owner-occupied buyers, and out-of-state real estate investors try to pull the trigger in this market. So this market is on fire. This is the beginning. The Apple campus breaking news in a Research Triangle Park just occurred last week. So we need to be in the upfront, upfront of the market penetration. So in about 4 to 6 months later this year, hey, things will go crazy. Things is crazy already. There are inventory available for you, but the homes that come on the listings right now in a Raleigh Metro, these homes are the one you're seeing right now. They're sold within 3 or 4 days. That's what's happening. So our team in the Raleigh Metro area, we've been working with our team for the past 15 years. So myself and my team on the ground in Raleigh know what's going on. We can help our small group of investors to find the properties, even though the supply is so limited. Why? Because we have connection. Our team in Raleigh already have connection with the new builders, albeit very limited inventory. Our teams have access to resale homes that are in the market right now. So, and we have off-market inventories as well. Something is not in the multiple listing service. It's not open to the public, right? So that is the value add that we have. So if so as a result, we have the connection, right? We have the networking with the local builders in the Raleigh area. That's the bottom line. We have connection. So the market is on fire right now. In about 4 to 6 months, it'll go even crazier. Now, maybe there are 10 offers per property. I have to predict that in about 4 to 6 months, there will be 50 offers per property, right? So we get in early, okay? We get in early right now so you can pull the trigger. So you gotta be ready, right? You gotta be well qualified. You gotta have the ability to qualify for investment loan. So there are no, so single family homes. This is the key, right? Here's the what I'm gonna say. There are no single family homes that are available that are under 300K. I say it again, right? The best type of investment property you should buy as an out-of-state investor are single family homes, resales that were several years old resale, and some new builds, not that many, but 1%, yeah, 300 to 400K areas. So the scenario is this: you're gonna get a loan approval for to finance these properties, 25% down payment, right? And at 3.5% interest rate, which is historical low rates, right? So given this scenario, you'll have the ability to, through the network that we have, to buy some of these properties that comes on every single day. So again, these kind of homes will come through, the listing will come on today, for example, it'll be sold within 3 or 4 days. So you gotta be ready willing and able to pull the trigger once we identify the properties in a specific location that meet your criteria as a investor, as an out-of-state investor. So you need to have the ability to pull the trigger. So with that said, I'm not going to spend too long on this presentation, but I only have about 5 minutes remaining. So this home, what's the price? The price range, the sweet spot of 300,000 to 350,000 to $400,000. $300,000 property in this example, which is like maybe 15 miles from the Research Triangle Park, maybe 20 miles. I'm not exactly sure of the specific location. This is just a sample, right? $300,000 property. It rents for like $1,700. You put 25% down payment, and then you minus the debt obligations, the mortgage, taxes, insurance, and property management fee. As you can see right here, the cash flow, I know the numbers are kind of small, you're pretty much getting a break even. You're not going to cash flow, right? If you want to cash flow, you buy in the Midwest market. This is an equity play. I say it again, this is an equity play. So I'm hoping that you are more sophisticated than the newbies out there, right? So you gotta have a lot of courage, a lot of experience, a lot overcome fear, all those kind of things to pull the trigger quickly, because you cannot sleep over it. I mean, once our team have identified the property that you want, right, based on the current today's listing, for example, you gotta pull the trigger. If you sleep over it and overnight, somebody else is gonna take this property. That's how challenging the market is. So I'm not going through all the numbers. So hey, this is break-even property at $1,700 on 300K property. So let me show you another property, another sample. Hold on. Okay, hopefully I don't click the wrong one. All right, so the second property that typically we recommend, this is a new build, new construction. Very difficult to find new construction, right? So we have connections, of course. So this new construction, about 3 months from completion, is listed at 350,000. By the way, you make an offer, yeah, typically there are 10 offers right now per house, but in about 3 or 4 months, it'll be 50 offers per house. So you're getting at the beginning of the boom, right? So get in early before the whole mass media gonna find out about it, right? So that's the name of the game, right? You get in early, right? So you get in front of the real estate boom. Right now, we are in front, but I kid you not, later this year, I mean, this market is going to be even more challenging, right? So that's the way it is. So this new construction, very desirable, in Raleigh, very close to the Research Triangle Park, not very close, maybe 25 miles away, maybe 30-minute drive. So anyway, it's quite nice, 350,000, it's like 1,800 square foot. It's about to be completed within 3 months. If you're lucky enough, be able to, the builder are willing to sell to an investor, like we hope. You sign the contract, you pay the earnest money deposit for whatever, $5,000, whatever. Then you wait for the house to be completed. Then you close escrow on your loan or whatever, or your all cash offer. So this property typically rents for like $1,750, maybe $1,800 rent. So you put 25% down payment. You maybe could have a slight monthly negative cash flow, maybe $100, $150. No biggie, because the slight negative cash flow monthly will be more than offset by the potential equity gain you're going to have in the next 2 to 3 years and beyond. So your goal is to buy and hold long term, but who knows, right? In about 2 or 3 years or 4 years, there may be some unique exit strategies that may be available for you. So suffice to say, this cash flow pro forma, if you look at the numbers clearly, right, the return on your investments could be 50%, could be 100% because whatever down payment you put in this case, the down payment is 100 grand or $100,000, including closing costs, which comprise of your 25% down payment. So this 100 grand that you put in, the question you have to ask yourself in the next 2, 3, or 4 years, are you going to recoup your down payment based on the exploding appreciation potential in this market, giving all the trends and all the growth I just talked about? Yeah, you're going to have a very good chance to recoup your total down payment in the next few years. If that's the case, right, your total return on your investment could be 100%. I repeat, 100% or even more if you hold the property even longer than 2 to 3 years, right? So, okay, so again, very nice property, good location, potentially excellent tenant, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's just amazing. And finally, the third property I'm going to show you is on the upper end. This property is listed at $399,000. By the way, any kind of property you're gonna submit an offer for right now, you can get away with maybe 10%, maybe 50% above asking. That is what I hear from my team on the ground in Raleigh. But who knows, if you procrastinate 3 or 4, 5 months later, this property will have 50 to 100 people maybe making an offer for this one house. You know what happens when 50, 100 people make the same offer for one house? We've seen that in the Austin market a year ago. This property could be could be uh, 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 could be getting offers like 20 to 30% above asking. If asking is 399K, let's say 400K, if 30% above 400K, it has $120,000, right? Read my lips. In about 3 to 4 months, if you or someone else does not buy this property, for example, they'll list it right here, this particular property for 100 grand, 4 to 6 months later, somebody gonna bid 30% over asking, 30% multiplied by 100 by a $400,000 property, 120,000. People bid for 120,000 above 400 grand. So 400 grand plus 120, we're talking $520,000 in 4 to 6 months. Some buyer out there, maybe with all cash offer, maybe, these people, down the road, a few months later, because of the dramatic uptick of this market, the buyers, they're gonna waive appraisal, they're gonna waive inspection. That's how crazy that is. Okay, it's a risky proposition. So you get in early. You don't need to waive appraiser. You don't need to waive inspection report, which is mind-boggling, right? You still have some kind of leverage as a buyer, right? But not for long because this market is changing daily. So this is Silicon Valley of the East. I don't know what else I can say. The Apple, let's recap everything. Okay, let's recap everything. All right. The Apple announcement that they're gonna build a $1 billion campus in the next few years in the Research Triangle Park in Raleigh, North Carolina. I mean, this is a trigger. I mean, this Raleigh market has been consistently growing because of the high tech that's been happening, just like Austin. This is Austin 2.0. So I'm looking for the few, the proud, the realistic entrepreneur. This is my mission statement, right? The few, like the Marines, the few, the proud, the Marines, you are the real estate Marines. Oh, by the way, again, my name is Si-Wing Yi. I am retired U.S. Army with 20 years of service. I wish I was in the Marines. But anyway, so I'm talking military lingo, military terminology, but it's all the same, right? You gotta pull the trigger, like pulling the trigger, right? Military, pull the trigger, right? So that's the bottom line. So very hot market. Is not just Raleigh, the entire 100-mile radius, Raleigh, Chapel Hill, Durham, Charlotte. Charlotte is a south west, like 80 miles, 2 hours away, is also part of this metro. This region is exploding in growth, job growth, population growth, ethnic migration from out of state, right? And high tech companies are continue to move into this area. The future is very bright. You thinking I'm just talking about the next 2 or 3 years? Yes, the next 2 to 3 years is nice. It will be a nice, tremendous growth, but you need to invest for the long term. For the next 10 to 20 years, this metro, this research triangle park, we're going to explode in population growth, job growth, and the builders are not building fast enough because the cost of lumber has skyrocketed. In fact, many builders are not even building anymore. They are temporarily stop construction because of the high cost of materials, in case you have not heard that, right? And then the seller in the market are not selling because there are no new houses to buy because of the record low inventory. I mean, it's not just in this metro, it's all over the country. Record low inventory, tremendous demand uh, of buyers out there. People pay, a quarter of the buyers, 25% or 30%, is paying all cash. Where are these people finding all this money? Then the other buyers have a strong financial, great more credit, qualification. They can put 20 to 30 to 40% down payment, right? So it's a frenzy out there. So you as a smart real estate investor, you buy early, you buy now for break-even cash flow, and then it just wait until the pandemonium and all those things going to happen in the next few years. This market is going to explode. Same thing, the Austin has exploded in the past 18 months. So it could happen to you if you have the wherewithal to pull the trigger right now. All right, so that's enough I have to say. Thank you so much for attending. This is Si Wen Yi from the Yi Real Estate Network. At the bottom of this video is my website. All you gotta do is click on this website and put down your email on the newsletter box, and you will be a free member of our organization. That we can send you all the information about investing, not just in this market, but other hot market that we're doing. San Antonio, still Austin, Metro, still very hot. We have opportunity there. We have Southwest Florida. We have Central Florida. All great, great, tremendous, fast-moving market with positive cash flow. That's the key, right? Positive cash flow, high growth, just amazing opportunity. This is the greatest time in the history of America to be a turnkey real estate investor. The mom and pop real estate investor buying single family homes for long-term cash flow and equity growth. All right, thank you so much. Do I sound excited? I think so. Thank you so much. This is Si Wen Yi. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.